Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Icelyn.
My name's Cindy.
And today are we sharing all of our Disneyland and Universal souvenirs.
Yes! Wow, so many Disney things. What, even a charm? You can hang it on your bracelet or your necklace?
Maybe. I thought this would be a fun little video to share with you guys, all the things that we picked up on our trip and then some things that we even got afterwards. So let's get started into this. Yeah, Mickey and Minnie. I'm going to start with what Cinderella is wearing. So we found this dress for her on Etsy. Do you want to stand up for a minute?
Yeah.
We can show it a little more. It has all the Disney characters on it. Go ahead and step a little closer so they can see. Can you twirl around? Perfect, thank you. I love it. So many characters. Go ahead and come back. And then it came with this cute little Mickey bow. And I had been saving this outfit for her because I, one, couldn't resist the print, and two, knew if we made it to Disney, it would be the perfect outfit for her to wear. On the first day, behind me here, she wore this Trish Schuley, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, Snow White dress. And the second day she wore this. So we did park hopper tickets. So the first day we started in Disneyland, I thought Snow White would be super fitting for her to wear on the first day that morning. And then I did pack like backup clothes in case she wasn't comfortable, wanted to be in something more comfortable. Second day we started in California Adventure. I had planned for her to wear this that morning. And then, so the first item we got at the park, go ahead and look up, Penny, were these Minnie/Mickey ears. I feel like they're Minnie because they're girl, but Mickey, you know. It's super like, okay, so I have to share about them.
Minnie is really
We never got, Minnie is really pretty. We never got
to, this is Minnie's.
Yeah. We never got to wearing this down there because she picked these out like literally when we first walked into the park. And I tried to like convince her to see what other ears there were that were going to be there. Maybe she'd find a pair later on that she liked better, but it was like these were it. These were the ones she wanted, and I questioned how they would match with all of her outfits, and they ended up looking fabulous, especially with her Alice dress that she wore on the last day, which ended up being like even
like the purple
and it did. It matched everything just fine. The blues went great with this. This has all the colors. This dress has all the colors. And then the yellow in it went perfectly with this.
The yellow part.
Snow White was perfect because, or excuse me, Alice was perfect on the last morning. Cinderella and I went early, just the two of us, and she ended up having a tea party with Alice and the Hatter, didn't you? Was that so fun?
Yeah. The Mad Hatter, he's really funny.
He was really funny. He was super in character. He did an incredible job.
Yeah, the funny big nose.
He did. I'll be sure and link all these videos for you. We have videos up on this channel and Treasure Chest Memories. There was just so much content that I took that it was enough to share all around. Next up, when we were there and getting her ears, the lady asked us, I think, if we were celebrating any birthdays or anything, and we were. So she got her birthday button. And then that morning that we went early, we got her first visit button, and then we also picked up Lucas's first visit button and his birthday button as well. There you can see him a little closer, and Lucas's name rubbed off on his because he was hanging like on the railings while waiting in line for the rides. And so Lucas's birthday, he was turning 7, was in between our 3 days at Disney and our 1 day at Universal. I thought that would be neat for him to spend his birthday in Universal at Super Mario Land because that was what he was going for. I don't think he was as interested in Disneyland as the rest of us. I could not pick out a pair of ears, and I ended up wearing hers a little bit when she didn't want them on, and so just having an extra ear set wouldn't have been the most, I don't know, ideal. I think I could have gotten away with getting a pair down there, but I just could not make my mind up. I love them all. It was so hard. Do I want Alice? Do I want Little Mermaid? Just too many to decide from that were great. Next up, they got stickers while waiting in line for their first character meet, which was Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. Eeyore was coming out some too. However, by the time they got up there, it was Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, which worked out great. Tigger came out with so much energy, so that was a lot of fun. Which one did you pick? The Honey Pot or the Pooh Bear? Yeah, Nuki picked out the Pooh Bear. They also, on the plane ride down, got their first set of wings. And then they even were given them on the way back. We flew Alaska. So we ended up with 4 of these. And then, I'll share with you here. Our hotel was giving away these, so Mike and I each brought one home in different luggage / bags, I guess. I was worried that they could get damaged or bent, so I was like, well, let's see how they make it home, and somehow they both made it like in great condition. There they are a little closer. This was so awesome to see. I never considered myself like a major Star Wars fan, but I love the name Sindel from the Ewok movies. And then Lucas, there's kind of a whole story about how his name came to be. I'll be sure and link that for you guys. But then after having like Lucas and Sindel, kind of two somewhat Star Wars name, I mean Sindel obviously is, like I have to be a Star Wars fan now. And I don't know, I think the first 3 movies I always loved, and then the second 3 that came out, I was just like, dude, I can't get on board with these, not that into them. And then the next set of 3 that came out, I really liked those. I thought they were really well done. I just didn't think the computer stuff was good enough on the middle 3. I was kind of just disappointed in how it all looked. Anyway, moving on. So the last day we were there, that's when we decided to do a little bit of shopping and pick out some of the stuff that we were going to bring home. So I let the kids get their bubble wands, which they absolutely loved. Let's turn them on here. Just to the light part, and you can change how the light works. There you go, so you see the bottoms lighting up.
And you can move around.
I'll bring a little closer. There you see that part, the light up change. I should point out that I wore my Erin Williams Castle shirt. I think I wore this on the first day. I was a little disappointed. I didn't make like better points to get pictures there at the park, but with so many people there, it is hard to get a good picture where you're not like photographing other people, which is kind of weird. There's just not like a picture that I kind of wanted of her there in this, and then the one of us in front of the castle. It was just so many people, and I tried to cut and paste a few that were like less people, so you know, we were kind of more like the focus of the picture. And then it just kind of looked like a really dumb picture. So it is what it is. That's how Disney is. It is super crowded. And then the last day, it started to rain there some. So we got hoodies. Before we get into all that though, I'm going to share with you. So this is when I went to Disney. So I have daisies here. So I was like, I think
You found Daisy at
14, I don't know, 13, somewhere in there, maybe 10.
Daisy at Mario?
No, I didn't. This is Disneyland. Donald Duck, Cinderella, and then Sindel almost got to meet Cinderella, but there was an incredible line for her, and that's when the park attendant pointed out and was like, there's Alice. And I was like, perfect, she's in her Alice dress. Let's go. Got Belle. This is Rafiki.
Who's Rafiki?
Timon. Those are from The Lion King. Mickey. And okay, cool story about Mickey when we went. He gave me his bow, and I was just like, what? Mickey gave me his red bow. My parents were like, that's really cool. That doesn't happen. And we get out of like from wherever we met him.
Like,
yes, honey, like your bow, but it was red and it didn't have a picture of him. It was his bow tie. We get like out into the park, you know, about just like 5 minutes away or something, and a park attendant comes and taps me on the shoulder and asks for it back. I think he just, you know, because they're in those costumes, he handed it to me by mistake, but it was really neat. I was just like walking away. I'm like, I was given Mickey's bow. Would have been cool to have kept. I would probably still wear it in my hair to this day. Tweedledee and Tweedledum, they were like the first people we saw in the park when we went down to Disneyland. And that was kind of before I got really hard into my Alice phase, where like I would put Alice on almost every day while doing my hair and makeup getting ready for work. So it's like the #1 most seen Disney movie that I have seen. Little Mermaid used to be up there with my favorites, as well as Cinderella and like Snow White. Oh, it's so hard to decide and to pick a favorite. Tigger and Winnie the Pooh, always had a soft spot for them. Just like comfort, feel good. I got to see Alice in Wonderland. I love how she signed it. Hope you can see these okay. There's Pooh Bear and Eeyore. This, and this is, okay, the army guy from Toy Story. I was like, will you sign this? And he's all, this. And I'm all, yes, this. This. And I'm like, yes. So he wrote this. Sergeant Briggs. This says, love you, Bullwinkle. So that must have been from, we went to Universal then too. I'm pretty sure I saw Bullwinkle there. Merlin. Oh, and when we were at Universal, I saw Lucy and I chased after her and I did not catch her. I was so bummed, but I love Lucy. We saw Frankenstein there. That was when like we were on the tour. He came and he got with us and I was just like, whoa, he was huge. Launchpad, which I can't believe I have. I don't quite remember meeting him. Roger from Roger Rabbit, that was at Universal. Pluto, I think I traced over this because something happened to the page of Pluto's. And that's ripped out on accident, so I just like traced Pluto to re-put it back in my book.
Let me see.
And then here's Geppetto, so that was on, now we're into this trip when I was there with the kids. And I ran off and got it, and I thought Micah was gonna get up with the kids and come. He was going to meet Pinocchio. And if he'd come, we could have followed Geppetto and met Pinocchio, but Micah stayed put. They were eating popcorn, and I don't know, it was just kind of, I think, a little bit of a shock for them. They didn't know what to expect, and I'm like way more hardcore into Disney stuff than all of them are at this point. So the Pooh and Tigger's. And then Mary Poppins and Bert and the Penguins, which was really neat to see because, you know, that was one of Walt's like beloved characters. And then on the California Adventure side, the kids saw Captain America, and that was really cool because Lucas was like a real superhero. I was like, I know, bud, I know. That is it for signatures on the trip with the, oh no, it's not, with the kids. Oh wow. Who is this one?
You don't know him?
There's a Dale.
I don't know him.
This is the Mad Hatter and Alice from when Sindel met them. There's the Dale, because the kids met Dale.
Mario.
I cannot place that. Oh, and Sindel saw Jessie in the morning that her and I went early. And then we like saw Chewie, and I saw Rhea in Galaxy's Edge. However, they don't do autographs there because they like don't keep a paper trail. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you go. I wonder if that'll hit me later. If it does, I'll like add it in who this was.